Hey there, everybody. I usually don't really make videos about computers I repair because they're mostly just boring and, well, not that entertaining. But this one is pretty dead. Now, maybe you can even tell me or help me what's wrong with it, but I'll just quickly go through. This is a Sony Vaio SVE151 something. I know that because I entered it so many times on Google. Um, I was supposed to fix this because it has a thing where it just does not power on. Right now the battery is in, and I press the power button, and nothing, nada. Now when I plug it in, it does flash these lights real quick, but that's it. There's no screen turning on. I don't even think, no, there's not even a fan turning or anything. So I tried the old thing where you put out the battery, let it sit for a while, hold down the power button. I even let it sit without a battery and unplugged overnight, and it still didn't power on. Still the same problem. I used a different power supply because I thought maybe that is a broken one. Didn't work either. I tried a different RAM stick. I tried even without RAM, so maybe it could give me some error codes or stuff like that, but didn't do either. Hell, I even took it apart and looked at the CPU. Now I couldn't really smell anything burnt or just not right. You can see here's the layout of it on the back to keep track of the screws. It has a Pentium that I even took it out. I gave it a little clean. Everything actually was pretty clean inside. So it's the fan was it here. There wasn't all that much dust there that really could have caused the overheating process. So it might have had an overheating problem where the CPU just burned. Or it has to have a broken graphics card or graphic chip. That would be really bad because that's on the CPU itself, so the CPU is dead. I'm not sure though. Maybe this does have an additional graphics card. Man, I didn't look. Crap. Or it has a broken mainboard, or just I don't know, a piece that controls the power unit of the system. The power unit control thing, maybe that's broken, but it is definitely something bad. So I don't really have that all that often that a computer really fails that badly. Mostly it's just software stuff that I repair, or broken RAM stick, or a RAM upgrade, hard drive upgrade, something like that, broken hard drive, but never actually like this, where it doesn't really do crap, even though I tried like everything. So just the frustrating thing is I can't really diagnose what's really wrong with it now, since I don't have another Pentium that I can put in here, or just another CPU that would fit that socket. And also, well, I don't have a Sony Vaio mainboard laying around that would just coincidentally fit in here. So I don't really know what's wrong with it. Could be something with the power, could be CPU, or could be mainboard or graphics card. So if you can tell me if you've had that problem, just go ahead and write a comment. Now, I must say that these Sony laptops, I've had a lot of Sony laptops to repair, and I don't know if that's a good thing, but this one is pretty dead. It does suck because this is not even that old. This is like 2 years. I don't know. It's not really that old. Not high end by any means, but not old. And I have seen not too long ago an IBM ThinkPad that has been used in a garage, in a workshop for cars, and it's like dirty as fuck, and there's like a piece broken off of there, and it still works. But this this doesn't want to work. Piece of crap. Whatever. I don't think this will ever like boot up again, since it's just broken. Mainboard costs a lot, CPU costs a lot, And hell, if I buy a new CPU for this, and I tell the owner to buy a new CPU, and then it wouldn't power on, man, how embarrassing would that be? So, yeah, it does suck a bit. Not really high quality, just cheap plastic, but still no excuse to fail. So, yeah, this is it. Failed Sony Vaio. Yeah, sad story. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So I want to make this video because Sony no longer sells PCs. I believe they kind of stopped this business somewhere in like February or March this year. And this is a rather new Sony laptop, so this has got to be one of the last ones ever. Exactly, this has some really weird problems. Now, I'll not go into problems yet, but I'll tell him later. I don't know what this is. It just says SVF and then a number. So, you know, I have absolutely no idea about Sony Vaios, even though a lot of people have these guys. So now what I gotta say is, this is not very bad quality at all. I've seen, actually, Sony laptops. This is, like, it's still plastic, but it's the better plastic. It's the kind of the plastic the MacBooks have. But it's not aluminium. This here is also plastic, but it's a nice plastic. It's a pretty smooth one. You get the Vaio logo, Sony, and a trackpad, which is totally not kind of Apple style. Well, same with keyboard. It looks just like the MacBook Air keyboard, to be honest. If you look at this, it just looks like a MacBook with white keys, or with a Windows key at least. Now, I do like the design of this. This looks kind of like a MacBook Pro, just with a number pad and a trackpad, like a line to the left. But the screen and everything is really good, and this looks totally like a MacBook Pro. If you would look at this and you don't see the Vaio and you see an Apple instead, you would think it's a MacBook Pro. But well, this has got to be one of the last ones. This is a friend's laptop, and she has problems. I don't know what the fuck is going on with this system, but I've never seen like stuff like this before. Every time you start up, it just shows you the automatic repair thingy. Never manages to repair. You reboot it, and then it starts all over again, and that's on end so far. So I have no idea. I've never ever seen something like this. So it did give me an index file though, or no, a log file, and I looked at that and it kind of fucked something up with a Windows Start thingy. Now, what I'm doing right now is I am doing the check disk command, and it already did change something, but I have really no idea if that really works. That is like the weirdest problem I ever had. It's probably got to do that I really got way less experience with Windows 8 than with Windows 7 and XP and Vista. So yeah, and Windows 8 never made any problems to me. So I got Windows 8 running on this little thing, and it runs really fast and good and reliable. But on here, it seems to be a bitch. Now, I don't know when you get this. I believe in Christmas 2013. So it's yeah, one of the last Vaios ever made. It's got an Ivy Bridge processor, Core i3 processor, 1.8 gigahertz, 4 gigs of RAM, and a 500 gigabyte hard drive. But it's partitioned into the recovery partition. It has that stupid UEFI bias, which I have absolutely. Well, I hate UEFI biases because pretty much they just want you to use the operating system that is on there, and that's not good for geeks like me. And it took me some time to get it booting from USB, save the data and stuff, with the Linux, because the thing that Vaio offers, that is a good thing at least. At least they try to do so, but the thing that Bio offers with the data rescue, it just crashed. So I don't know, there's something wrong. Maybe in Windows Update fucked something up, or I don't know. So yeah, let's go over the I/O a little bit. Here we get the fan. Focus, come on. We got here the Ethernet, HDMI, 2 USB 3s, audio in and out. The front, we just got LEDs. There you go. And on the other side, we have the optical drive and 2 USB 2s. And that is it. Here we got the power, and yep, that's it. So yeah, it's kind of a mid-range laptop. It's I don't know, it's about 15 inches, 16, no, 16 is too much, 14 or 15 inches. 13 is a little too small, I think. I think 13 would be just like this without here. And this is here, I believe, an 11 inch. So yeah, it could be a 15 inch. Man, I wish I had the PowerBook around and not in there somewhere so I could compare them. But I think the PowerBook is just a little smaller here with the bezels. But yeah, I think a 15 inch. Well, here you go. The Sony Vaio laptop with the critical name. You get the assist button, which did really cause a lot of fun to me and a friend of mine, because you have to press that and then you get the ability to do something. It doesn't do anything here when you press F8 or F12 or anything. Well, yeah, but I already had one Vaio. That was, I believe, 2 years ago. That was when like Windows 8 came right out, and the people who bought this wanted Windows 7, and wow, I did sit a long time figuring out that I have to press this assist bullshit just to get into BIOS and set it to legacy, and you know, delete all the recovery bullshit. Well. Now, as you know, jack disk does just take forever. Maybe it works. If not, I don't know. I'll just do a reinstall then. But thing is, there's data on here, and yeah, maybe I can get it to boot up at least in save mode, because on the Linux, when I just look at the Linux, it just kind of doesn't show more accounts. There's one more account. I don't know what the fuck this is. It's kind of the Windows Live, no, Windows Live, the Windows, the Microsoft account thing. Maybe that has got to do with that, but yeah, I still gotta learn a lot of Windows 8. Here you go. The laptop is nice though. It's pretty cool design, and yeah, it looks good made, but yeah, they stopped PCs, and here we get a webcam, so just to let you know. Alrighty, that is it. See ya, guys. Now, I don't usually make videos about computers I repair, because probably the people who own these machines are not happy to show their private data on YouTube, but this one just had to be set up new, you know, reinstalled, so there's nothing on it, no data, nothing, just Windows and some programs. So, yeah, this here is a Toshiba Satellite L300. It is, I believe, the 5th or something like this Toshiba that I had in for repair in the last 2 years, something like this. So that doesn't mean that Toshiba is bad or anything. That was just a little statistic. This here is a little older machine, but still way older than the most of them I had. It is made around 2008 or 9 or something like this, or 7, but I think 2008. It is quite thick compared to modern machines, you know. And let's just go over the ports a little bit. It's made from Vista, so it must be around 2008 or something like this. Here we have VGA, the fan, Ethernet, 2 USB 2s, expansion card slot. The newer computers don't really have that anymore, because no one tended to use these. we got wireless on and off. I really wish my netbook had that. It's quite handy. We got audio in and out, and that really nice Toshiba-like volume control wheel. That is so handy. Like every Toshiba machine I had, they all had this, and I find it great. That's really nice. I don't always have to fiddle around in the Windows settings for that. Another USB here, an optical drive, DVD, and the power. And on the back we have nothing but the useless modem. But yeah, that was probably one of the last computers that I ever had that. Yeah, it's folded up here. It's got a glossy, I believe 14-inch display. You can see me in there. Hi. I believe 14 inches. Yeah, I need to clean it a little bit. It's still in good shape. It's got little scratches here and there, you know, but it has been taken care of. It's got a webcam up here, but it's not the greatest. Latch here still functions. Really, also, computers don't really have that anymore. They mostly have magnets today. Actually, I don't know any computer still has that. Yeah, start it up. Now, this particular model isn't the fastest. Yeah, that's got to be one of the more low-end machines. This has a Pentium. I don't know what Pentium, but it's a Pentium. I need to check for the frequency also, the speed. They're made for Vista, Toshiba Easy Media, so yeah. That's where optical driver is still cool, you know. Keyboard feels Toshiba-like, nice and, you know, good to write on. It's kind of a little cheaper ThinkPad keyboard, if that makes any sense. It's typing quite good. And what I really do not know is why it is here English, but the keyboard itself is German. Well, obviously because we're in here in Austria, but this is English, so yeah. Yeah, I didn't really see that because here everything is German. For example, on that keyboard. Whatever. Here we have, yeah, pretty self-explanatory, backspace, enter, and these. I will personally find these really annoying because when I type on this, when I hit enter, I always hit page up or page down because it's here usually where the, you know, enter is. The home doesn't work on Windows 7. Page down, page up, page down, and end works. What that is, I have no idea. It doesn't give me a clue what it is. It's don't know. Pause works. Delete works. And I don't know what that is either. Let's see, is it here somewhere? No. No idea. Function keys all work. Let's just go in here. I really want to know if this home now works. Maybe it works now because I did some updating. Oh gosh, I tell you guys, this had so much updates. You do not believe it. Updates. 220 updates, you know. Reinstalling a Windows 7 disk these days. Ugh. Horrible. Because I bought the Windows 7 disk when it was really literally out. I went to the store and I bought it. So, wow. No Service Pack 1. Nothing. Just Windows 7. So, wow. That is really update. Madness. I'll show it here. As you can see, it is okay on Windows 7. It still needs to start the Vera here. Oh, here it is. Doesn't have the Windows Experience things yet, but here we go. Pentium dual core, 2 gigahertz, and 4 gigs of RAM. To my surprise, this has 4 gigs of RAM. That was quite a lot of RAM back then. Actually, a lot of. I mean, 2007, most low-end machines had 1 gig, 1.5, or 2 gigs. I'm not sure. mostly 2 gigs, but yeah, my Fujitsu, which is built in 27, had a gig, so, or 512 max, something like this, really low end, but this was like the middle class, so I don't think that is original though. I really think that has been upgraded to 4. Now, when this came to me, this was running Windows Vista, Home Premium, really, really horribly slow. A lot of bloatware, just bullshit crapware, toolbars, and PC backup thingies, and mostly unnecessary, stupid software that just slows down your system. So, um, Windows 7 is better than Vista anyway, so I just decided let's install Windows 7. I installed Professional because it's the only disk I have. Yeah. Here we go. Now, I'm not sure about graphics. I believe they're the built-in mostly. Really, I never actually, other than Dell, Acer, and HP machines, not Toshiba, but that's just probably, that I came across, all had separate graphics cards. But the mostly lower ends all have built-in, so crappy graphics. Here we have it, mobile series express chipset family, 128 megs. That isn't the world. Yeah. So it is low-end graphics, but it's okay. It's got 1280 by 800 resolution. Your basic display. The display is quite good. It is quite sharp, but that's also that glossy doing it. The medical displays, they mostly don't look as good as the glossy ones do. So I just installed here some software, CCleaner, Firefox, VLC, Office 2010. I try to hide away the Internet Explorer as much as possible from the owner who gets this, because you should never use that piece of rubbish. So let's see if it works now with these keys here. IGKK. Page down works. Page up works. And works. As you can see, that works. Home does not work. Yeah, so let's see if it works on Internet Explorer. Oh god, no. Okay. Come on. Yeah, page down works, but that's a pretty intense website. Needs a little time. Page up, a little delay there, but it works. And works. Home. Yeah, no, doesn't work. So this is actually the only thing that does not work. Maybe the key itself is dead, but yeah, Vista did work, so whatever, I broke it, or Windows 7 has no driver. Whatever. Let's see else. There's nothing else to show you. This is just your basic machine. The trackpad is okay, for that time they did not have multi-touch. They just had tap, and that's all. That was the multi-touch, then. There are no gestures or anything. It's just for moving the mouse and clicking. That's everything. So, yeah. There's still updates to install as always. How many? When does this have an end finally? It's terrible. Like yesterday, I literally sat there for 4 hours just watching that stupid installation of updates, and then even like 20 of them failed. Ugh, horrible. Now, one thing I did not test out yet is how the sleep mode works on this, if it's fast or not. With some Vista, this took, wow, you do not believe it, how long that took to get back to the state where I left it. Yeah, come on. Maybe it's because it's doing some stuff. Oh, no, here we go. That wasn't so bad. Still cannot reach the max speed. The Macs and Linux machines, they're just like instant. When you close them, they're to sleep and nothing else. Windows machines are really slow in that. Windows 8 is better though. Let's see how. Alright. Need to press the power button. That was good. Really nice. Wow. I'm impressed. Windows 7 did a good job there. Because I Vista, this was like loading, and when it was finally at the desktop, it just starts to load again, and horrible. But it is the same on XP. I had another Toshiba running XP, not reinstalling unfortunately, but this I put that to sleep, and it just took so long to just resume that, it's just easier to shut it down and start it back up because it's less stress for you. It's the same time. So that's, people never put their computers to sleep because of that. They mostly just turn them off or leave them on, and that's all. So, again, there's nothing to show you. The battery is average. It says it's 1 hour and 38 minutes remaining, 74%. So it's probably gonna get 2 hours of battery life if you don't use it more intense. Yeah. Low-end machine. No, actually not too low, and just average machine for that time. Yeah, here we go. The Toshiba Satellite L300. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video.